Hey guys, it's Larry Greenberg, and I apologize in advance for the unsteadiness of this video. I've gone handheld because we're in my office to take a look at my all-new computer setup. So before I get into what I'm using now, let me start the video by telling you what I was using before. My previous setup included a 2011 11-inch MacBook Air with 128 gigabytes of hard drive space, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and the i5 processor. That was teamed up with a Samsung 27-inch SyncMaster monitor. And why that worked well for me for about a year, I quickly started to run out of hard drive space with the rather limited only 120 gigabytes that the 11-inch Air gave me. This meant using a lot of external hard drives for my iTunes content, iPhoto, and things like that. So yesterday I again made a bit of an upgrade. That's kind of an understatement. I first started with the computer. I'm now using the 2012 13-inch MacBook Air with a 512 gigabyte hard drive, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and the 2.0 i7 processor. I also replaced or upgraded my monitor to the Apple Thunderbolt display. As far as my keyboard and mouse, that stayed the same. I'm currently using, and I've only been using it for about a week, the Logitech K760 wireless keyboard, and then the Apple Magic Mouse. For me, guys, this is a dream setup. I could not ask for anything more. Let's get this right out of the way. Why didn't I get the Retina display model, the 15-inch MacBook Pro with Retina? Just didn't think I needed it, number one. First of all, I don't want the extra 2 inches of screen space when it comes to taking my computer on the road. The 15-inch, by most reports, is rather big to travel with. I felt like the 13-inch Air would just be way more easy to tote around. Secondly, if I'm using my computer with a monitor, which I always do, why spend the money on the Retina display? If it's going to be in clamshell mode, not really going to be enjoying that Retina display. So essentially, for the same exact price that would have cost me to get the 512 gigabyte Retina display model, I got the 13-inch Air and the Thunderbolt display. Same exact price, and I got both. Just going to work out better for me. I don't need the extra processing power that the 15-inch MacBook Pro with Retina provides as well. For what I do on my computer, this will be more than sufficient. So that's my computer setup. Let me show you around. This is just a totally clean and simple look. I am also using a laptop stand, as you can see there. The Air is safely tucked underneath. Thunderbolt sitting on top of that stand. Let me take you around to the back so you can see. I do use these cable hide things to hide all of my cables that run down behind my cabinet. Just a totally kind of clean and integrated look. So this is the beauty for me of the Thunderbolt display. It really acts like an iMac. Once your Air is connected to the Thunderbolt display, you can utilize all of the ports on the back. It's got 3 USBs, a FireWire, another Thunderbolt, and Ethernet. I found that I don't even need to use the Ethernet port because my Fios wireless is so fast as it is. I did a little speed test this morning, both over wireless and then wired, and found that my 85/35 plan was acting about the same. So right now I'm not even using the Ethernet. I love the fact that the Thunderbolt has its own speaker. Before I had to use an app called Boom to increase the sound on my Air when listening to movies or other videos. Now I don't. Again, this for me, the only way I can kind of describe it is an iMac that I can roll up and put into my backpack and take around with me whenever I want. I enjoy kind of all the features and benefits of an iMac when I'm at home, but when I'm on the road, I've got a 13-inch MacBook Air to play with. As far as my other peripherals that I have hooked up to everything, give you a quick look over there at my Motorola cable box that I use in conjunction with iTV to watch TV on both my Mac and my iPhone and iPad. That is an IR blaster to change the channels on that iTV. I have a 7-port USB hub and then my Verizon Fios router. That only handles the wired connections. I use an Airport Extreme, which is down there for all of my wireless, and right below that is my IOSafe 2 terabyte hard drive. That is the fireproof and waterproof drive. That way, if God forbid my house burns down, all of my computer files are safe and secure. So that is my setup. I am absolutely loving it. This is a dream setup for me. I don't see myself ever having to move away from this kind of setup. Sure, I'll probably get new computers and new displays, but for me, this is where it's at for right now. So that has been a quick look at my all-new setup. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. As always, if you have any questions about what you saw in this video, you know you can leave me a comment below. Otherwise, have a great day.